Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to install Notepad++ on a Windows 10 or 11. Then we'll also create a Hello World HTML program and run it in your browser. Notepad++ is actually a powerful, lightweight text and code editor. So this supports dozens of programming languages, and it is a great tool for developers, students, and anyone working with code. And for us to be able to begin, it's time to go ahead and download Notepad++ first. So the first thing that we need to do in here is to go ahead and open your browser, and onto the search bar, we'll have to type this one out, Notepad++ download. So as you can see, there are a lot of options available in here. So we have the first one, which is Notepad+, and this is actually their official website. So if you don't want to go onto this hassle, onto finding which one is the official website, you could go ahead and use or copy this one onto your browser. So this will redirect you here onto their official website. So here, onto their official website, you should be able to see the latest version available. So as of this video, we have the version 8.8.1. So your version might be newer onto your end if you're looking onto this tutorial onto another time. And that is totally fine since the steps are just totally the same for this. Now, you should be able to scroll as well in here to see the different versions that are available. So feel free to choose onto which one you want to go ahead and download. But for this tutorial, we're gonna opt for the latest one, which is version 8.8.1. So you'll just have to go ahead and simply click onto that and you'll get redirected onto this page. So this next page, this is where you're gonna go ahead and try to download this. So as you can see, we have here a download green button. So you'll just have to simply click onto this and it will automatically download onto your device. So since I have downloaded this earlier, so we're just gonna skip that part, but onto your end, just click onto that and you should be able to see an automatic download onto this part of your screen if you're using Chrome, or you should be able to see it downloaded onto your device right after. So you'll just have to wait for a couple of minutes or even just seconds, and once the file is downloaded, you'll just have to go to your downloads folder for that. Now, as you can see, I'm currently onto my downloads folder already. So you should be able to see something like this, which is the npp.8.8.1 installer. So for us to be able to go ahead and download this, you'll just have to double click the installer for that. So Windows may show a message saying it's not a Microsoft verified app. So what you need to do is you'll just have to click install anyway. Then when prompted by user account control, just click on yes. Then right after that, you should be able to see the setup wizard. Now, this is what the setup wizard looks like. So the first thing that you need to do is to choose a language. So for this, we'll go with English. Click on OK. And then right after, you should be able to see in here their welcome screen. So here onto the welcome screen, this will give you information on what it is all about. Like setup will guide you through the installation, just like that. So we'll just have to click on next to proceed. And then right after, you should be able to see the license agreement. So you could read through that. And then right after, once you are done with reading the agreement, you could go ahead and click on I agree. Right after, it will ask you to go ahead and choose the installation path. So you could choose which folder you want to install Notepad, but we're just going to leave this as it is. So you should be able to see also the space required and the space available onto your device. So you'll just have to click on next. Then right after, you'll see the components that you need to install. So you have the freedom to choose in here onto what are the things that you need to install, but we're just going to leave this as it is. So we're just going to proceed on to next. And then right after, if you want to see a shortcut of Notepad++ onto your device or desktop, click onto this. Then right after, just install and wait for this one to be done. So it will take for a while. Then once it is done, you should be able to see something like this. So the installation is already complete. You'll just have to go ahead and click on finish and make sure to tick this so that it will automatically run Notepad++ onto your device right after. Now, right after, once you have gone ahead and installed it correctly, you should be able to see something like this. So we have Notepad++ already open here onto your device. So right after, with Notepad++ open, let's try to write a simple HTML program. So let's try to create a new file. Click on File here onto the upper left and click on New. So we'll try to close this one out, the change log, And let's try to rename this first. So to rename this, we have rename in here, but we're just gonna click or off for save as so that we could choose also the file path for this. So we have it under Notepad++, and we're gonna name this one Hello Test. And then right after, let's add in dot HTML so that it should be recognized as an HTML file. And also here onto the save as type, let's choose here all types and then click on save. So we don't have permission to save onto dot. Let's try to save this onto the documents and click on save again. So don't forget the .html onto the file name. So let's click on save. And then right after, let's go ahead and try to paste or write in the following code. So just make sure to add this HTML and then head and onto the body, we'll type in here hello world without tags. We have hello world in H1 tag and hello world in paragraph tag. So we have put it just like this so that we'll have a reference right after. Since writing this onto different tags, there are actually different display for this one. So let's try to save this and let's try to take a look onto this onto the browser to see the difference. So let's save that. And once it is saved, we'll just have to go onto our desktop folder in here onto the documents wherein we've saved earlier the file. So we have here the hello test. So we'll just have to double click onto this and it should go ahead and automatically open your browser there or your default browser. And as you can see, we have successfully printed here current text onto your HTML file. And that is just basically it. You've now installed Notepad++, written your first HTML file, and run it in your browser. If this tutorial helped you, then don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and we'll see you on to our next video.